Hello, everyone. This is the Highlander Wrestling Show. I hope everybody's out there having a good time. Summer's here and everything. Sorry about it taking so long. I am here to show that I got some exciting news. Got the official Highlander Wrestling Show T-shirt made by my wife Melissa McBride. And anybody out there is interested in these shirts, send me a message on here, and I will try to get in touch with y'all the best I can, or however you want me to get in touch with you. But anyway, I am here to talk about Chris Benoit. Nothing, about the other stuff. We just want to talk about his in-ring ability, how good he was, and everything. So, a big fan of Chris Benoit, one of my favorite Canadian wrestlers. But before that, I want to show y'all some of the new collectibles I got for the Highlander Wrestling Shows archives. First one is the Wrestling All-Star 1982. Let me get it straight here. Bobo Brazil. Very good one. An autograph. Boogie Woogie Man Jimmy Valiant. He's got his autograph on there. It's supposed to be his actual autograph. I'm hoping it's legit. And Mr. USA Tony Atlas. A great one. Hall of Famer and everything. The very first Intercontinental Champion, Mr. Pat Patterson. That's a great card to have. From the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton. A very cool card to have. The legendary manager Bobby the Brain Heenan, or the Weasel. Very cool card from the Wrestling All-Stars. The Mouth of the South Jimmy Hart, another great manager of the World Wrestling Federation and so forth. Managed a lot of great teams. Golden Boy Adrian Adonis, or the adorable Adrian Adonis before he became the adorable Adrian Adonis. Him and Jesse Ventura had a good tag team going in the AWA. Very good one. Another classic manager and wrestler, Mr. Classy Freddie Blassie. You pencil neck geek was one of his famous words. The man from the Mario cartoon, Cyndi Lauper videos, and everything. The one and only Captain Lou Albano, the original Super Mario from the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Very great card to have for a collection. A lot of y'all might not know who this guy is, but he was a WWF manager for Superstar, Billy Graham, and many others. The Grand Wizard of Wrestling. And for the classic Superstars, the one and only Gorilla Monsoon. Very proud of this one. This is when he was wearing his ring gear. But anyway, uh, Chris Benoit, a very tragic, but anyway, I'm not gonna go there. Tragic, but the man started his career in 1985 at Stu Hart's wrestling promotion, the Canadian Stampede. He was originally going by the Dynamite Chris Benoit, which later on changed to the Pegasus Kid. I think is how you say the name. He wore a mask and everything. He was a great wrestler. He was in the ring with people like Mike Hammer, Butch Method, Rick Patterson, and all of them in Canadian Stampede. He went to New Japan too from 1986 to 1994, where he really did his perfection with the flying headbutt, and he won the IWGP Junior Weight title. Oh, let's see, the Junior Cup tournament in '94, WWF Light Heavyweight Champion. I mean, he's done pretty much. He went to WCW after that, and from '92 to '93. Extreme Championship Wrestling was a very cool time for him because that's where he wrestled guys like Sabu and all them. He accidentally broke Sabu's neck when he lifted him up in the air and everything, and it was it was an accident, which I don't think uh, Sabu really hated him for it because it's like, because I heard him say it was an accident. Uh, he actually won the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion. He's a colorful professional wrestler champion. Uh, he was also in the Revolution World Heavyweight Championship promotion from 1999 to 2000. Um, like I said, he was a 5'10", 220-pound pit bull in the ring. He's had a lot of great matches. One of my favorites of all time is where he faced Brock Lesnar, which he whooped Brock Lesnar every time he got in the ring with him. Because Chris Benoit, pound for pound, could actually outdo uh, Brock Lesnar. Of course, Brock Lesnar didn't want no more Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit was tearing his ass up. Excuse my language, folks. But like I said, from his debut in 1985 all the way down to, not going to go into any, no more details than that. Out of respect for the family members and other wrestlers and everything, like I said, I'm a big fan of Chris Benoit. He was a great professional wrestler. He's been in the ring not only with Brock Lesnar, but he's been in the ring with Sabu. He's been in the ring with Ric Flair, Kevin Sullivan, Kurt Angle, which in my opinion was a better wrestler than Kurt Angle. Anyway, so I wouldn't forget. I'm kind of helping myself along with a lot of this stuff, so I won't forget. What I want to talk about. For his titles, he's won the New Japan Pro Wrestling Junior Heavyweight title one time. He's held the Super J Cup 94, top best of the Super Juniors from 93 to 95, which is impressive for New Japan. Super Grade Junior Heavyweight Tag League from 94 with, I can't even pronounce their names. I wish I could, know how to pronounce most of those Japanese wrestlers because they're so great. He's had Feud of the Year with Triple H in 2004. Match of the Year with Shawn Michaels and Triple H at WrestleMania. Wrestler of the Year 2004. Ranked number one on the top 500 single wrestlers in Pro Wrestling Illustrated 500 2004. Ranked number 69 of the top 500 greatest wrestlers of the year 2003 Stampede round. He's won the Stampede British Commonwealth Middle Heavyweight Champion 4 times, which is cool because the Commonwealth title is a pretty prestige title for pro wrestling, in my opinion. That's just me. He won it 4 times. He's won Stampede Wrestling International Tag Team titles 4 times with Ben. Can you pronounce that guy's last name? One time he's held the tag team titles, that tag team title with Keith Hart, which was awesome because Keith Hart was a pretty good pro wrestler. Never made it to WWF that much, is sad. Lance Idol, one time Buff Wigginton, I think that's how you say it. Stampede Wrestling Hall of Famer. Universal Wrestling Alliance. He's won WWF Light Heavyweight Champion 1 time. World Championship Wrestling. He's held the World Title 1 time. WCW Tag Team Titles 2 times. One with Dean Malenko and the other one with Perry Saturn. WCW Tag Television Champion 3 times. WCW United States Heavyweight Champion 2 times. The 7th WCW Triple Crown Champion, which is awesome. I think he was also a Triple Crown, considered a Triple Crown champion in WWE. World Heavyweight Champion 1 time, WWE Tag Team title with Well, actually, I forgot about that. He actually had a tag team titles with Kurt Angle. United States champion 3 times in WWE, WWF WWF slash WWE Intercontinental Champion 4 times. The same WWF World Tag Team title 3 times with Chris Jericho 1 time and 2 times with Edge, and the Royal Rumble winner of 2004. Like I said, Chris Benoit was a astounding wrestler. He was actually in the Cauliflower Alley Club, Couch Wrestling Alliance. I hate to say it. Extreme Championship Wrestling Tag Team Champion 1 time with Dean Malenko. And it's CWA. I'm just gonna go ahead and call it CWA. Tag Team Champion 1 time with David Taylor. But Chris Benoit had, like I said, a lot of great matches. To me, his best WCW match of all time was the one where he had a tribute for Owen Hart with Bret Hart, and him and Bret Hart had a match. That was his best wrestling match in WCW. In my opinion, WCW didn't know really what to do with Chris Benoit. I mean, he was clearly the better wrestler they had, the best wrestler they had at the time. Besides Bret Hart when he went there. He had a lot of great matches in ECW, Canadian Stampede, WWF, WWE, or WWF slash WWE. His match against Kurt Angle was epic. Of course, I love the fact that he beat out of Brock Lesnar in the ring. I mean, that was just fun to watch. I mean, Brock didn't know what to do about that pit bull. Chris Benoit turned him every which way but loose, and he knew it. Uh, Chris Benoit, he had that cross-face crippler, which is a hellacious submission hold. To me, it just looks like it will hurt, no matter how you do it. I mean, you don't even have to put that much pressure because the way your neck is pulled back, it's very uncomfortable. Oh, let's see. I know I want to say back in his Canadian Stampede wrestling days, I want to say he was, in the ring with guys like Owen Hart and all of them, which Chris Benoit idolized the Dynamite Kid from the British Bulldogs, which Dynamite Kid was another great performer in the ring. I mean, the difference was the Dynamite Kid was British and Chris Benoit was Canadian, French Canadian. But like I said, Chris Benoit, there won't never be another one like him. I'm hoping one day that his son will carry on, for his wrestling, which, if he doesn't, I can completely understand. Chris Benoit, like I said, he's just love him. Love to watch him in the ring. He was just a cool person to watch in the ring. He can make the match good, especially when he was in the ring with like Triple H, The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Bret Hart, Kevin Sullivan. That was, he did real good in the ring with Kevin Sullivan. Uh, X Pac or 1-2-3 Kid, whatever you want to call him. He did a lot of great matches with him. Chris Benoit, he's like I say, it's kind of hard to put into words. I mean, Chris Benoit was even though he wasn't ever in the UFC and the Octagon, people want to say that's more realistic, they're better and everything, but really and truly, Chris Benoit can hang in there with them UFC fighters in submission holds. You can't outdo a technician wrestler that's from Canada. Even the UFC fighters can't outdo him in technician style wrestling. Only the ones there's no more of those guys in the UFC no more. Dan Severn, Ken Shamrock, all them, that was the last of them. Gracie, anyway, I know who I'm trying to say. Oh, yeah, Chris Benoit, he was a tough customer. He, But that match between him and Brock Lesnar, that was just fun, man. I mean, he was suplexing Brock Lesnar left and right, and Brock was trying everything he could to grab a hold of a rope. He was looking for anything to grab a hold of to stop them suplexes and them those snap suplexes and everything. Because I mean, that was just more than Brock ever imagined. I mean, Chris was tough. Like I said, he was the pit bull of the ring, just like Dynamite Kid. He was just a straight out pit bull. Once he got his hands on you, it was hard for him to turn loose because he had you. I don't know why they just didn't just call him the pit bull in the ring, because I mean that fitted him more than the rabid Wolverine. That was more like a pit bull. But anyway, one of the greatest in ring technician wrestlers of all time. One of them. I'm not gonna say he's the greatest, but he's one of them. He's at the very, very, very top. But anyway, but yeah, if there's anything else, y'all want to hear me talk about what Chris Benoit, I'm going to be doing the second video. This is just part one. So anybody has any other ideas they want me to talk about with Chris Benoit that I'm not thinking about right off the bat, or hadn't, for my next video, I probably hadn't thought about it, send me a message. Like I said, if y'all want one of these Highlander Wrestling Show t-shirts, send me a message on comments, and or send me your email or something like that, or whatever, and I'll get in touch with y'all. The shirts will be $15 a piece, regardless of the size and everything. Straight out $15. Just or I don't know. I just have to ask my wife about it. I just say $15 for right now. Just give you an estimate. But for smaller shirts, it may be a little bit less. But anyway, hope everybody out there enjoys this, and look out for part two of the Chris Benoit biography. I mean, not biography, but part two of this Highlander Wrestling Show, Chris Benoit. You have a nice night.